So we still have one weapon in the entire game that we have yet to get a diamond with, and that of course is the new 300 Blackout. So hopefully, Te Awaroa is the map to accomplish that. Literally everything on this map other than class 1 animals are ethical, so lots of opportunities, and we'll see if we can make it happen. And by the way, I'll once again clarify, we're doing this in single player because I have to prep content so far out. I'm actually still recording this during early access, so the Seeker right now are starting to drink, and I think we'll get going with the 300 Blackout just on this level 2. So if he'll just slow down, that should get in right behind the shoulder. That actually did a really good job. Seeker are decently resilient, and there actually may have been a better one that just walked out of the woods there right before we took that shot. That's also a level 2, not as big, but I'm actually fairly impressed with that performance. So I'm kind of curious here. This was just a simple double lung shot, 100% quick kill at 163 meters. Seeker deer might be a really good animal to do this with, because if we start chasing red deer and probably even fallow deer to a degree, we're going to be doing some significant tracking, and at some point likely we will be chasing those. But if we can just do this and bring some stuff down quickly, definitely helps us be more efficient. Now, is that red spotted? Because if it is, that would be a rare, another level 2. We could have not been any less prepared, but somehow, probably because he was a level 2, we got that shot. I couldn't tell, but he kind of looked like a red spotted. Is it? Now it's the normal spotted. Okay, so it might have been the lighting. Red spotted are just kind of darker red, like through the back half of the deer. Hard shot him, and another level 2, I think with the same rack. And not quite the rare we want, but to be honest, if we're gonna get a rare Seeker, I'd rather it be albino, so that's kind of all good. Well, that looks at least a little bit better. 97 to 139, and another one up to 119 next to him, which almost looks bigger. I guess we'll trust the estimate and try to get the higher one. He's at least got a chance of being a gold. This is a little bit further out. Let's see how the 300 Blackout does on that. Maybe we'll get them both, because I'm, like, convinced that should score higher. He is uneven, though. That might actually be the difference. Soon as they slow down, and so much for the longer distance testing, but that guy's slowing to a walk. Not sure about the follow-up. He started the move pretty quickly. Do we actually get a lung because he's dropping? I think we may have. And we see this time when we're not just getting that broadside double lung shot, they definitely run a lot further. But then I think this would have been the higher estimate one. This guy is a silver at 127. So he actually was the bigger one then. That unevenness must have mattered. That actually punched all the way through to the liver. At least on the Seeker deer, this thing does really, really well. And then obviously our uneven one, he's a 116. We also hit him way too far back. That explains how far he ran. But I do think it's now almost noon, so probably we'll jump around a couple of our fallow spots. We maybe haven't even fallow hunted since we got a great one, so I have no idea what might be out here. And I gotta say, surprisingly, this is where we shot our great one fallow. He was right up there. There's not a lot going on here. There's one level 4 there, which probably due to hunting pressure back in the day. The zone had disappeared, but quick little harsh shot on that guy. We'll kind of look around, because there used to be like a ton down here, a ton up on this end. I don't see anything. That's really, I mean, maybe we have come back. I don't remember doing so, but that's really interesting. And just kind of as we've given them some time, there are other ones working the way in. We've got an alarmed, pretty big 4 out there. Might try to see if we can get a shot at him. If we can go for a similar hard shot opportunity, that would be nice. Oh, just pulled that. I have no idea. We got a lung. And then out there, we've also got a couple of big 4s just kind of hanging out. So I don't know how he didn't hear that. I guess he's just far enough away. We stand. I think we can get that over that one's back. That had to be spinal cord, but I suppose we'll take it for the sake of not tracking. So we've got a 199. That one was a hard shot. I have no explanation for how we pulled that bad on this guy, but he didn't go far. So it was just right lung. Brought him down pretty quick, 96% quick kill. Had his eyes shut when we took the shot, but 237 for him. And a quick hop across to the other big 4. And he is going to be a 238, but it was straight through the spinal cord. So we lost out on any gold there. Couple of nice ones though. I do think though, because we did, so much fallow grinding, we got a pretty good idea of what fallow are around. So probably, we're going to kind of head up into the mountains, look for chamois, feral goat, and things like that. Maybe see if we can clutch some kind of diamond up here. I'm not really sure if I knew feral goats could drink here. This used to be one of the insane chamois lakes back when they actually had a drink time. And apparently, looks like only one, but you can get feral goats in this area. Now they do that thing while they're drinking where they kind of just walk along, which is a little annoying, but we can just alert him. Try to make a decent or drop shot with the 300 Blackout, and no tracking needed. So I wanted to go up here anyway, because there's this big lookout point, and typically there's chamois feeding like in the mountains around it. Might be feral goat drinking up there, seeing what we have here. And this is vital blood, so it's not as if we just shot this one in the spinal cord. It was actually a heart shot that dipped right in there at 230. Not too bad. White brown fur type, just a little 152, but kind of good information going forward anytime we come out here. If we're looking for feral goats, if we get into their drink time, might be worth a look in this spot. Well, no goats. And as far as I can tell, no chamois feeding up here in the mountains either. There is this one red deer. It's 350 meters, give or take. I don't know how well this is going to do, but it's a pretty good opportunity to test since we're using this thing more than we have to this point. We're going to have to shoot through that leg. That was probably too low, actually. Kind of aimed as if that was 300 meters. Curious to see if he starts to go down at all, but I can't see that getting into a lung. We also just saw on that feral goat like how quickly the bullet drop kind of, got down there into the heart. I'm going to think we need a follow-up. I mean, if he's just going to stand there, we'll try it at that. Does that actually even get into the lung, though? Because it was a tough angle. I'm not sure it did. He's really just stuck there. One way or another, we'll learn something about this gun. He's starting to drop, so maybe we accomplished something? I mean, that kind of worked because we end up finding some chamois from that. I don't see a male. There's a pretty good-sized female down there. I mean, there could very well be... Oh, that's up the... Holy, that's a big one. It's unbelievably rare, but you can get level 3 female diamond chamois. Diamond's like 58, and that thing minimum is 56. It might have a shot. So, first of all, yeah, we just aimed too low. That was just terrible. This, huh? Do we hit the end of the ear? It doesn't look like it, but it just stopped. I'm assuming that, and then the second time at that angle, we get in the lung. Odd to say the least, but forget about that for a minute, because we may have, wherever the heck we were looking, a female diamond chamois laying right down in there. It was that one. Doesn't look half bad. And now, we better get close. This could be something that is really, really unlikely to spawn, and I hate to mess that up at 300 meters, especially the way those last shots just went. So this literally could not have gone further from how I planned it. We had to sneak all the way into 30 just to get a chance. All these chamois are just bedded around us. And hopefully we can just get this shot through. I don't see anything that should stop it. So 0 for 75. Might crouch out to make sure we don't somehow hit this rock. Do this quick enough so she doesn't jump up. Did that hit her? That sure did. Did we actually shoot a branch or something? What the heck? Sneaking into 30 and we still almost had it go wrong. So 56 to 63. I don't even know all the aspects that go into the true score for chamois. Doesn't look terrible though. Fingers crossed on this. Oh, it's 56.6. So about 1.4 shy of diamond. And yeah, we just didn't even hit it the first time. Not sure how. That is a huge female chamois, so close to being a diamond. You can get level 4 females, and those will often make it, but level 3s very, very rarely even have a chance. So now we're way up here, and it's kind of starting to get dark. I guess we'll kind of make our way along since we've gone up this high. What in the world? So I rested to morning. There's an insane amount of pigs walking at us, including a rare. That one right there is the pink fur, which used to only be rare for males. At some stage, maybe when Rev the Coast came out, they made it so any pink feral pig is a rare. And we're gonna try to get some kind of shot as the entire group of them is moving right at us. So it's like 8 a.m. It's not as if feral pigs just quit drinking and they're leaving their zones. They quit quite some time ago. And for some reason, we just ended up with so many of them walking right at us. Still spotting through, because that level 4 was one that we hadn't seen, but as soon as this one maybe gives us a shot, I think we'll stand up and try to alert it. We'll see if we can try to get that in there, and maybe at least get our first rare with the 300 Blackout. So she's alert. Gonna try to let her maybe turn broadside and get the shot there. Little iffy on the placement, but that definitely got lungs continually. The 300 Blackout does a really solid job on any kind of simple lung shot out here. I mean, she literally went absolutely nowhere. Died in the thing we can't stomp down, so otherwise I'd maybe take a photo with radar. Pink feral pig just got her barely right lung. I thought that shot was forward, but it still brought her down with 85% quick kill. Pretty dang cool. We haven't shot a rare feral pig in a while. Not bad at all. Still waiting on that diamond, and I kind of thought, you know, since we did so much fallow deer grinding, and we haven't hunted much else on this map in probably like 2 years, maybe going to red deer drink time could produce at least something. And this area out here along the river can be pretty good for red deer. Instead, the biggest group of feral pigs I've ever seen comes walking at us, and we end up with a rare. Well, that's a nice one. Mythical up to 254. Actually spooked to level 7, we fast traveled in. We must have just barely not spooked that one. So we jumped to an area where we do our fallow grind to kind of run this river in reverse, since we weren't finding much up on the other end. And now this guy is just about ready to spook. So, just gonna get that shot real quick. I'll tell you what, I've been saying with the 300 Blackout, and of course it's a higher class than the 243. But as far as, you know, when you're shooting a red deer with the 300 Blackout, you're looking at similar quick kill and stuff to the 243, but the biggest difference is that extra penetration and stuff you get. A shot like that where the red deer's kind of like doing that alert pose, neck kind of down, the 243 typically doesn't punch through. The 300 Blackout does. And we'll see if we can kind of show that. There's just a little bit of extra like neck flesh and stuff you're hitting that it has to get through, and it's all the way through the heart. So the, you know, the confidence to go for a shot like that is so much higher with it. I really like it. It's been a lot of fun to use, and hopefully we get a few more opportunities at red deer going this way. So this is kind of where I wanted to get to, and there are red deer absolutely everywhere here. And actually this area is one of the reasons Te Awaroa is one of the best red deer grinding maps, but there's just a ton of them all the way out along here. Multiple different herds, a whole bunch of stags. I think there might have been another over that way. Maybe we looked at the last ones there. There also were some feral goats out there actually feeding. So we already saw the 300 go pretty south on a red deer earlier. We're going to try this again. It's a little closer to 300 flat, but we're definitely going to alert him and see if we can maybe get a good broadside opportunity. So 0 for 300 already. Just need him to kind of turn. They sometimes don't when they're like right in the water like that, and that may actually cause us an issue. I mean, we can try it, but I don't feel great about the likelihood of that actually punching through to a lung. Yeah, he's just not going anywhere. I mean, I guess we'll see what happens. Did that second shot even land? It should have. Really no idea on that. See if he starts to go down. Looking like he's not gonna, which is pretty much what we thought was gonna happen. It's not a terrible thing, because I really don't want to go all the way over there and go and claim him, so we might just kind of continue. So maybe this guy we can actually make a proper shot on, and it'll be a lot easier to go and recover him. Not going to quite be the 300 meter test that we had across the river, but to be fair, a little easier when we don't have to worry about whether or not they're broadside. So there's red deer absolutely everywhere in here. It's a mythical there actually, but I think we'll still go for this one over here. That's going to be that guy at about 240, so let's aim high. Something like that. And we'll just see how the 300 Blackout does on that shot there. Would expect to see him starting to go down, and he is. So not too bad, and unfortunately, unless a level 9 red deer comes running out of here that we haven't yet spotted, no diamond for our 300 Blackout just yet, but a rare. And I think we'll end up taking that back to the trophy lodge. So final kill of the day, 205 scoring red deer, got, looks like decently into that lung. So it definitely has the capabilities for red deer even at range. 217 meters on that one. Just works a little bit better when they're actually broadside. So let's take our pink feral pig back to the second lodge then. And I know for sure we had set up the 2 new multi-mounts on these platforms here, but at some stage I guess I took the other one down. And to be fair, it's not like it was completed anyway. We just had 2 golds of the new duck species, but we'll do the pink feral pig here. Maybe, I don't know, kind of looking down the hallway sort of works. Not too bad. I don't remember the last time we killed one of these. I still want an albino feral pig, and I was hoping maybe when we first saw that, that's what it was. But even still, getting a rare, and we still then need that 1 diamond for the 300 blackout. But everything else has been going pretty darn good. Still killing a rare on like a down hunt where we don't accomplish what we're looking for. I will take that any day of the week. So anyway, that's going to do it for this video. As always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.